folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on Mysterious JG. And it's time to crush our friends the Nagao. With the aid, oddly enough, of Imagawa's wife. Wife of his father, I suppose that's how it worked. The Lady Daimyo. But no, we're just about ready to, because we got Hisahide helping us out. God darn it. Yes, load the data. With Hisahide's help, we are pretty much going to stomp the Nagao, I think. And here's Masahide, who killed himself after arranging the marriage between Nobunaga and No. I don't think the two things were directly related. So yeah, there's big armies out in the field. Hisahide is attacking as well, which is going to make it pretty interesting, I would think. So we're going to go ahead and make their orders attack others, yep, and fight based on my own judgment. So he is allowed to attack others, and I don't know how I set his target. I'm sure I figured it out at some point. Transport details. Yeah, but how do I set his primary target? I guess maybe I already did. And it's, I'll prioritize attacking a Nagao clan over all else. Yep. And, no! Damn it! I didn't mean to do that, so I'm going to have to load real quick. Off to a rough start here. Haven't played in a couple of days. But yeah, if you win by becoming Shogun or by enacting a war ban, we're pretty damn close at this point. If you have to like take over all of Japan, then we've got a long ways to go. But I think it would make sense for it to be you just have to. I think it would make sense if you had to. Just get to the point where your victory is inevitable and then the game will end, because boy, it would get boring otherwise. So we've got target for him. This Hideyoshi's province. He could get us as a who to aid, but oh, it's too far away. Okay, so he doesn't. So he won't be aiding us directly, although he might occasionally shoot us a message saying, "Hey, man,
ask for anything you want."
At Alice's restaurant, Ultimate Spear. It's pretty ultimate, but I don't think it's one of the treasures we were waiting for. Plot.
Ask for anything you want.
We've got 30,000 muskets. Nice.
Ask for anything you want.
17,000 horses would bring us up to having as many horses as muskets.
Ask for anything you want. Thank you for your patronage.
We sold a bunch of food, bought a bunch of horses. We're kind of unstoppable now. Yeah, we're kind of unstoppable now. We've got a Nagao city right here that I guess we're attacking it, right? Oh yeah, duh, that's Odawara Castle. That's the positive side of this war breaking out between my old allies, is that it gave me a chance to get Odawara Castle. Which is, you know, not that big of a thing now, but still, I wanted it for such a long time. But So we'll build some churches to celebrate war, which is kind of what churches are about in this game. Celebrate a cathedral, or build a cathedral to celebrate war as well. You have different castles that can upgrade, but what is it I'm missing here? I don't have anywhere near enough crops to get a depot. Spent so much time worrying about the damn so the Nagao are big enough to form a coalition against. None of these other guys are big enough, including the Date. You can only select the strong as a target. The Imago are no longer large enough. The Uchi and the Shimazu are, and of course the Chosukabe, but I'm not actually good at this. So. You guys are too strong to... negotiate what? These guys, oh, we could dissolve. We could get things going with the Date again. I'm just wondering if there's anybody that isn't already our vassal that would become our vassal now, but the small clans have pretty much all been swallowed up by somebody and made a vassal. There's a conspiring officer who will join us. I don't really care about like that, I'm afraid. Noramisa Uesugi, who's pretty terrible actually. She's got unusually high valor for a female officer who otherwise has bad stats. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of interest going on here. Want me to give treasure to people who are pissed off, but so far at least none of the people who are pissed off are worth a damn. He's not the worst officer ever, but... Okay, I think we're ready to just go, but I suppose now that rather than just launching a small war, because I just launched a couple of fighters, you know, launch fighters, and then suddenly noticed, hey, Hide's attacking to aid, so it begs the question, well actually I shouldn't say I only launched a couple of fighters, I got some pretty big units on the march. We could just deploy with
Let us
Scavi,
gracefully descend upon the battlefield.
who wants to gracefully descend upon the battlefield. Just sort of generally march up into the middle of their territory here. These lame fucks' territory. Deshaun Miller, Charlton Jaina.
We march.
So that would give some created officers a chance to shine. Yeah, I'm just thinking we might as well try to take them all out in one massive attack. Man, these cities drafted troops fast. This wouldn't be a particularly good unit, but damn it, it'll have a lot of troops in it. And I'm... uh-oh, I better be careful. I'm at less than 1 million food. Ooh, look at Oda. Well, it's got a lot of troops, so it has a terrible officer who'd be leading them. So they might just... I would either need to move better officers over there, yeah, or... there you go.
Onward to the battlefield.
Ryan will kick some ass. Tateyama and Shove It. Not bad stats here. They got Kataro Fumas in this unit, but isn't the leader. That's... I guess that's surprising. Maybe I shouldn't be that surprised. So you got a lot of fighting in the mountain passes that's going to be occurring here. Raiden Weissman and Soup Phantom. Soup Phantom.
Finally, some action.
Finally, Raiden Weissman says, Soup Phantom will see some action. Okay, no need to just march just for the sake of marching. I think I've got enough troops out now. So there's a big battle going on. Oh, damn, I missed it. I've gained the usurpation trait. I shall let this realm see my might. Grimmet Reaper gained usurpation. Harunobu Takada's unit beat Nobumasu Uesugi's unit. Okay, I figured it was something that happened in the battle, but... So there's a big fight field. There's a big fight going on, but we can't zoom in. Alright. What about here? Those aren't mine, those are Hisahide's. Alright. I guess we'll just let action continue.
I'm not letting you run.
Alright, so we got Katsuie took
Enemy officer apprehended.
You don't have a chance.
Fuma Tribe's 4 Legion. Stuff is happening faster than I can keep track of, including capturing 30 or more castles. Capture Nijio Palace Castle, already got it. Okay. Did I just win the game? My liege, this day has finally come. Master Miller is going to be the one making the announcement. The Emperor has spoken. From this day forward, you are the Shogun. The big boss, if you will. The Shogun is the leader of the warrior class. Every warrior across the nation must follow your orders. And then Revolver comes in and says, he's right. You're a legend amongst those who call the field of battle their home. For example, you could give the order to cease all war from this day forth. All shall be as you desire, my liege, for now you are the ruler of this entire realm. I think I just won the game by finally taking Odawara Castle. From now on, I take the post of Shogun, a relic of the old world.
You aren't getting out of those ropes.
Wait a second, though. Shouldn't this mean that I can... I guess I gotta finish this turn.
You don't have a chance.
I think maybe I gotta finish this turn? Is that what it is? Or not, or the game isn't over until I make peace with these guys. I'm starting to wonder if the game's over and I just need to get to a turn and actually use diplomacy to ban war. But the fact that I'm currently in war might wreck things a bit. So then it's kind of like, I guess I gotta make the call. Do I feel like finishing off the Nagao? I mean, the war's going crazy. After a long span of peace between the Nanbu and the Date, they're now at war. I'd really like to see the Date take this city from the Nagao. I think they will. And I'm actually okay with not ruling all of Shikoku, although Yeah, I mean, if the game's over, the game's over. It would have been nice to have actually unified Honshu or even just Shikoku, but no, the game's over, it seems like. I don't know if there's much point trying to force an extension.
Enemy officer down.
Isahide slain Masahide. Dangerous situation anytime your guys are... Got them outnumbered 3-1, but we can't... I wanted a mass battle, that's what I wanted. Looks like the Date clan took over that castle, after all. Not sure who's... They're just fighting in the streets. They're not getting enough trust for the Imperial's court, so I'll stop diplomacy. Yeah, I mean, they're fighting. Like, I was trying to figure out who was attacking who, but they're kind of just in a big old pitched battle halfway between their territories, so it's a little tough to tell. Tsutsugisaki is going to get taken over by us, it would appear. Komoro Castle says they'll surrender. Got the agility trait because you're going stronger. Matsuida tribe is sworn allegiance.
Captured.
What's happening up here? Under pressure from the Hojo clan. Really? Under pressure from the Hojo clan, Noramasa Uesugi, the Kanto counselor, fled to Echigo. He asked for help from the head of the Nagao clan, Kagatora Nagao, and proceeded to engage in a number of battles. Where did I get the word small? It's not in there anywhere. A number of battles around Kanto on behalf of Noramasa. Awestruck by Kagatora's valiance, Noramasa decided to yield the chancellorship to Kagatora, thinking that a person as weak as himself was not fit for such a position. Kagatora accepted Noramasa's offer with no resistance, almost as if he had been expecting it. Are we about to see the Uesugi appear as they're about to be defeated? From today forth, I, Kagatora Nagao, will replace Noramasa as the Kanto Chancellor. I hereby change my name to Masatora Uesugi, and vow to strike down any who disturb the peace of Kanto. When he became the Kanto Chancellor, Kagatora changed his family name to Uesugi, and combined Noramasa's name with his own to become Masatora. In his new position, Masatora could always claim that his battles were for the good of the Kanto region. So that's it, folks. Like, just while I was fighting them, having long since given up on the Uesugi even ever coming into existence, the Uesugi just came into existence, and I think I'd already won the game. My name is Sadamichi. Allow me to offer my talents up to the Oda clan. Oh, whatever talent you've got. My name is Katsuyori. Allow me to offer up my talents to the Oda clan. So Katsuyori was the leader of the Takeda when they were actually defeated by the Oda at, oh man, I'm blanking on the name of the battle. It's a pretty big battle, too. The one where the Oda used rifles to, like, wipe out the Taka cavalry. Yeah, I'm just blanking on it. It's, it'll come to me as soon as I'm done reporting it. But anyway, it's one of the big historical events of the Oda that are difficult to get from what I've read, and I was got knocked off of the historical track before we got to it. But he was defeated. Oh, it's probably, I might say it right here. Nope, it doesn't. He continued his father's expansionist policies, but was abandoned by his men leading to his defeat to the Oda. He later committed suicide at Mount Tenmoku. But yeah, he's Shingen's son. Shingen died of natural causes before he could really conquer the Oda or Japan, of course. But here's Shigie Shibata. I guess that would be Katsuie's son. No, Uesugi, retainer son of Tsunesada. He tried to take Shibata Castle, but failed to commit suicide. Okay. Here's Mr. Joe.
Let us begin the meeting. Reporting in.
So we have Tsuchigasaki Palace surrounded by a force of 20,000. Konosumi Castle surrounded by a force of 10,000. J4W Pirate, who's now working for us, is fighting the Uesugi now in the north. We got a little smaller scale battle going on. And Fukumitsu Castle surrounded. Bukashi Castle surrounded. Got a lot of fights between us and the Uesugi right now. And curious how the Nanbu Date fight's going, but I guess there. Oh no, there's no fight going on with the Chosakabe right now. It's a weird situation. They got a base in behind us there, kind of, or we got a base in behind them. But the fight is actually with the Konosumi. Is going to fall, and it's us taking out our old allies, the Imago. So there's that.
Reporting in. Here is last month's balance.
Master Miller has become our aide-de-camp, which
Reporting in.
I kind of think that's neat. I'm glad Master Miller got a chance to do that because, of course, that's his whole deal. Is like he's the second in command guy who's telling Big Boss what's going on, and Nobunaga truly is Big Boss. So from now on, Nobunaga takes the post of Shogun. We've received 3,000 horses. Imperial Court trusts us enough. I guess I'll save my game in case I suddenly feel this urge to go play more, but I believe by becoming the Shogun, I thought that meant we'd won. I mean, Tokugawa never actually directly controlled everything in Japan, but once he was Shogun, all of the local feudal lords were loyal to him, and that's kind of how it worked. So sign a title and change foreign stance to trust. Imperial Court. Request. So we can keep taking... I don't understand that. Former castles lack someone to protect them. Grant a rank to an officer. Strong neighbors. I don't know how you actually do, The title command allows you to assign another clan's daimyo a shogunate title, bringing their foreign stance to trusting. You can only use this when your daimyo has become the shogun. You can grant the other daimyo's title of higher ranks than the one they already have. The higher the title's rank, the longer the clan will stay trusting. Shogun clan gains trust every month from clans that fulfill the following conditions, excluding enemy coalition clans and cutoff clans. Daimyo has a title. Clan's beliefs are conservative or neutral. Clan is adjacent to Shogun clan. When a non-Shogun clan's daimyo gains a title, that daimyo gains trust every month from adjacent clans, excluding coalition clans and cutoff clans. If you control a castle while the Shogun clan is trusting towards you, you may be assigned a title. I don't... We build a sufficiently trustworthy relationship. So we can give titles to others to make them trust us. I don't understand the point of that. I thought we were winning the game now. With the power we have now, we could bring peace to the nation with a war ban.
Let us enact a policy.
Declare to all daimyo throughout the land as part of the Imperial Palace peace. All personal conflicts are forbidden. Demerit none. Results enacted this policy means that ending the council will bring an end to the era of warring states. Okay, so this means we win.
I'll let everyone know.
There are no more clans who oppose you. The land has been unified under Oda clan. Well, there you go. Thought I was going to sit down and do a couple of videos, but in fact I just won the game. The Uesugi were born just in time to live peacefully under the guidance of the Oda clan. Oh, Nobunaga gets to personally ride out there. Is Kicho going to show up? Or no, or maybe both? They're the same person. I would imagine every character in the game doesn't have a unique model,
I
but
now
if you
control all the land,
ever,
and yet
I feel so empty.
it's only a start.
Soon I will control all space and sea.
My ambition does not end right here. It will spread farther, bigger. It will reach unseen shores and usher in a glorious new age for all.
The New Age Outlaws. Only they will be not welcome. I never liked those guys. I can't take a screenshot here, I guess, so commence! Oh, we got a little, like, replay of through the years, the territory. I don't actually understand it. Hosokawa clan eliminated. Oh, the blue. Oh, the blue. That shows where I am in charge now. Wow, Takada clan was one of the first I took out. Asakura didn't really put up the fight that Takada did. Hojo clan, that was basically game over. Stake clan, who essentially committed suicide. Onganji, kind of an afterthought. I guess it only shows you the major clans, so that clan, I'm surprised that first clan that I took out on this thing was considered major. The Saito, for example, they didn't. Oh, wow. Now Nobunaga's in space! Well, you'll be pleased to. Wow. And they've got cover art from old Nobunaga Ambitions games. That's cool. Nobunaga's Ambition games. I didn't think I was winning, so I didn't prepare a song, which is something I used to do at the end of RTK LPs. Usually to my own embarrassment and to the viewer's annoyance. I suppose I could try to figure out something quickly. Ujiyasu, he gave us a good fight. Yeah, I will give him credit. He was he did not roll over and accept defeat easily. But he got, once it was apparent that it was time to go, he surrendered and joined us. I like this music because I like the historical series Nobunaga's Ambition intro, which they've done for previous games. It's kind of cool to hear with some lyrics, even if I don't understand them. So young Nobunaga, not playing it safe. He's taken on the Yoshimoto, who in this game is not a painted face idiot. There's Kenshin and Shingen. Kenshin never got old enough to have that portrait, but he's one of the characters who was important enough that he had multiple portraits. And there's a guy we ended up hiring, oddly enough. Recorded at Hungarian Radio Budapest. I don't recognize him, though. Who is that guy? And there's his best friend. Totally trustworthy guy. There's the monkey, of course. Yeah, I'm kind of taken aback here. I really didn't think I was... I sat down to start this video. I didn't realize that I would be winning the game. So I even looked up the lyrics of Turning Japanese to sing that as a cute little thing, but I don't remember the melody other than the chorus. So there's not a whole lot of point to that either. You guys have been spared. I can find something else. It's just so so weird for me not to sing a ridiculous song at the end of an LP. Koei Tecmo Games Limited. They did a good job. Well, you know, it is a tradition at the end of RTK games that I sing a song during the credits, and that it's embarrassing and bad and silly. RTK 12 was the worst by far. I didn't think I did too bad in RTK 11 or RTK 10, but RTK 12 is like I thought about pulling that video down. But they're saving data. I'm sure I unlocked a lot of stuff, but you know, it was a fun LP. I hope everybody enjoyed it. There were people who were making comments every single video, lengthy comments, who stopped making comments by the end. So I don't know if they dropped off or it was just hard to keep up or what, or if you know, people just take a break and are planning to come back. But you know, yeah, there were people like Rich the Earl King and M. Bazia and others. Spooner Mish. I'm just looking at a specific video, but I mean there was lots of other people making comments. So I'm always grateful to people who make comments and just kind of keep me engaged. A thing popped up occasionally. High Priest Funerals around a lot. Kalan Lancaster, I don't get his deal because he keeps making comments like keep up the good work that don't vary from video to video, so I don't know what's going on. Vlad Tepes was somebody I think I poked fun of a little bit, and they might have gotten offended and left. I'm not sure, but they provided, if you're still listening, Vlad, a lot of really useful information. Angus Rowland, Van Helsing fan. I'm just throwing out names of people who did a lot. And some of these guys, you know, if I could go back and do it again, I might have made sure that those people ended up getting created characters. But, you know, it was luck of the draw. So, and then a lot of people got created characters and didn't complain so much, but they just, they ended up, some of them complained a bit, but they just spent a lot of time building roads. But you guys got to understand that building roads is very important. But now, and we had all these yellow roads, the whole yellow roads, the road building map, where I would make a yellow path that was at level 1 go up to yellow level 5, and I'm going to miss those days. I'm going to miss upgrading those yellow roads. When are you going to come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This voice you ought to be singing the blues. I don't know the melody that well, obviously. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't let me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow. Back to the howling old owl in the woods under the horny black toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. You gotta picture the Muppets doing this with me. What do you think you'll do then? I bet that'll shoot down your plane. I'll take you a couple vodka tonics to set you on your feet again. I think that was completely wrong. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongols who ain't got a penny. Sniff it, took you on the ground. So goodbye, yellow brick road. You see, I would have listened to the song and gotten the melody right if I'd known I was gonna win this video. Where the dogs of society howl. You can't play me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny black toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. Still not as embarrassing as the end of RTK12. Anyway, folks, now that I've embarrassed myself at the end of this whole thing, I really hope you guys did enjoy. Please drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing, how you liking the LP, what would you like to see on my channel, etc. I enjoyed this game, and I don't know if I wouldn't want to play this again. Really not a lot of games on my channel I've ever LP'd and then gone back and continued playing. Certainly none of the Koei strategy games. So I don't know. I'm not going to commit one way or another on whether I'll play a game of this again. But this, I practically right out of the box LP'd it, having not played it before. So I don't feel like I'm played out on the game, having just won it once as the Oda. I could play it again as different clans, but I don't know if I would want to record it again or if it's just something I could kind of do. And I don't know. I really don't. So let me know what you guys think. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking about I could do another LP, and this time people who were in the Lethal Lottery but didn't get in the LP last time, they could get in, or I could do another Lethal Lottery, or this, that, or the other. I mean, it would be a way for people like High Priest Funeral and Old Dragon who submitted characters and they didn't get in. I could get them in now, and we could play as a different force. And then there's the other question: is what force would I want to play as if I did all this again? I'm looking at. Oh well, you know what? There's scenarios. I could play one of the pre-baked scenarios. I bought all the DLC scenarios, never intending to play all of them. I just figured I liked the idea of supporting Koei with my pocketbook for actually bringing this game out in English when they hadn't done that with the last RTK. This, by the way, much better game than RTK 12. I'm just making that official. It's my opinion. Obviously, it's not a fact. But if anybody was wondering, I think this is as Mysterious JG, a somewhat publicly known LPer of Koei games. I think this game was much better than RTK 12. 30 Ambitions, that's the one that has everybody in it, right? I think this is the one that has, the crazy one that doesn't really have any historical basis. No, that's Time of Heroes. So what is 30 Ambitions? I don't know. Battle of Sekigahara. I'm not really that interested in that one. For some reason, my interest in the history is in the earlier part of it. Kyushu Conquest. It's Hideyoshi trying to take over Kyushu. It's kind of a late game thing as Hideyoshi. Not really that. That's not really grabbing me that much either. But here's one that I would be interested in, playing as Masamune Date. This is in an era. This is at a time where it would be an extremely difficult one to unify Japan in, I would think, because Masamune's whole deal is that he expanded quickly, but it was too late because Hideyoshi, by the time Masamune inherited his clan, Hideyoshi had already all but unified Japan. Kyosu Conference. This is kind of the Hideyoshi's sort of almost a starting point, except for Fateful Clash, where you can do Hideyoshi versus the Akechi. So One-Eyed Dragon interests me. Fateful Clash playing as Mitsuhide right after slaying Nobunaga would be really interesting, because you'd have a lot of people hostile with you right from the start. Like a Dream is kind of the latest starting point you can have. This is kind of Nobunaga at the height of his power, and as you can see, he expanded a little differently from me. He gobbled up more territory of the Imagos and of the Shimazu, and he was fighting the Uesugi and stuff, but he never took out the Takeda or the Hojo. Battle of Totogawa. This is a Kenshin one. It would be fun to play as Kenshin. Nagashino is the battle I was trying to think of earlier, where the Takeda were really desperately devastated by the Oda. Shingen's Final Step, Nobunaga Besieged, Dawn of Revolution. There's a couple of ones, built around playing as somebody else, like God of War Descends. It's kind of like the starting point of Kenshin. That it would be fun to play as Kenshin. It would be fun to play as I'm blanking on his name. He's actually kind of the Tiger of Kai, Shingen. It would be fun to play as Shingen. It would be fun to play as Kenshin. It would be fun to play as the Shimazu, maybe even the Chosakabe, the Date. I don't know why, but I have no interest in playing as the Hojo, even though you'd think they'd be a really powerful clan to play as. And in a way, it would be almost as easy mode as playing as the Oda was. Maybe playing as the Imagami. I don't know. These are all thoughts bouncing around my head. People have also suggested playing as a created officer clan. That doesn't really do it for me so much. I'm not sure why. But this video was like right at the half-hour mark when we won, but now I blathered on for a little bit more. And did a horrible rendition of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road because I didn't bother to learn the melody lines. The melody, I just remembered the famous chorus. So, anyway, calling it a video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys for watching the whole LP series. And whether I do another game of this or I just wait till the next RTK game comes out, or maybe play an older Nobunaga's Ambition title, I just hope, and here we have the Master Chef in the background, I just hope if you watched this and enjoyed it, that you stick with me for my next LP adventure. Sayonara, friends, and don't worry, I'll find some other excuse in some other LP to continue using the voice of Nobunaga.